parole.
Fuck a homegirl with the scrap game.
Lil' homies that gang bang. From Pelican Bay to YA. Rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you been through. Shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf. I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation. Broke as hell, mad and impatient. But if you know your history, you can't have a strong foundation, baby. Kev Mac video. You know, this is for sure. Kev Mac video.
I went to Whaley, you know, me, Yogi, Boo Boo, Tiger, Midnight, just to name a few. And you know, because we had already knew most of them, they really didn't give us, and it was always somebody from the outside that would come in and say, you know, whatever, you know what I mean, and we wind up having to show what we was made of,
that part.
But other than that, man, we really got along. And then that day you was up there, and you don't know this, and you probably know, but then the Fruit Towns told me, say, we ain't got nothing to do with it. That's what they told me. We ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? That's just whatever they do, that's what they do. And not saying that they, you know what I mean, because Fruit Town felt like they had their own separate thing.
They did. Fruit Town, I remember from day one, Fruit Town was known as Fruit Town Hustlers. They always been about their paper. And then even like back in the days when we was just doing the sports thing, there was cats from over there like Derek Peters and all them. And we all played ball together and stuff. So we was friends, and we wasn't gonna bring that into the picture, you know, that gang stuff. And they felt like they was separate from Ludus Park and all that the beef that we had going on, you know.
So when did the ATF come out, man? And I mean, can you give us a perspective on what the ATF mean and what made it?
ATF is Acacia Town Forums, and that's the clique that the younger homies, because like I say, the true OGs, we already CCs,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But that was like the BGs. That was like their little thing right there.
And I know you talked about a few of your homies, but if you can you give us a roll call? Because sometimes we leave some loved ones out, not intentionally, you know what I mean? Because, and if you want to bring those loved ones back in now, we can at this time.
You know what? Spooktown is really, we're not like some of the bigger hoods like Santana and Nutty. It's just a core group of us. And I can't remember everybody's name, so if I skip somebody's name, but it was like me, my brothers, like I told you, Skull, Tommy Rose. It was a Cartoon and his brother, Baby Roscoe, and a few other homies that I care not to mention their names right now.
Right.
But that was the core group of the Spooktown Compton Crips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you got some questions, Kev Mac.
Oh man, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Can you give me the boundaries of where Spooktown started at?
The boundaries of Spooktown is between Greenleaf. Back then, it was all the way to Compton Boulevard. Before they tore down the old downtown Compton, Spooktown boundaries was all over there on the other side of Compton High, on the other side of Willowbrook. It went all the way to Compton Boulevard. Parts that are now known as Palmer Block, that was Spooktown in the beginning. Everybody that went to elementary school, which we went to went to Lincoln Elementary, that was right there by the school district building, that was the Spooktown core.
A lot of hoods, ironically, neither one of y'all hoods, start off the name of a street.
Yeah.
So what was ground zero for Spooktown?
Ground zero for Spooktown was Reed Street. Cartoon's house. Like I said, Reed and Alameda.
I don't know if you told Mel, but what year do you give the startup?
Spooktown started in 1973.
Okay.
So, Volcano, now here's the $1 million question. Why Spooktown? Why that name? How did you guys even think of that name?
You know what? We shot out all the street lights, and that's how we came up with the name.
I knew it had to make sense. Yeah. I just didn't know how it made sense.
We knew that we had like certain confidential information that the Bloods was gonna ride on us. And so we shot out all the lights so we could see them, but they couldn't see us. And that's how we came up with the name Spooktown. We shot out all the street lights.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Charlie knew, right? So when did because he was like younger than all you guys, right?
Charlie New was really like 1 year up underneath me.
Okay.
Yeah. And Charlie knew, and Skull, they had a a relationship from school. You know, they was homies and stuff. And so Charlie knew, but his brother Cheese was from Acacia.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they was over here all the time. And I remember they had moved over there, not too far from Elm Street, Ludus Park. And they was living over there. But we would go over there and spend time with Charlie New in them house just to let them cats over there know, yeah, these is our homies and we posting up. And if anything go down, you will see us again.
Right,
like
right,
that.
right.
Yeah, they stayed like right off of Compton and Chester.
Yeah. So your time spent at the Red House, man, how was Bob Simmons?
Bob was fair. You know, Bob had a thing where, like, if you couldn't get along, he'll let you have a 90-second fight. You know, and he used to throw us in the garage, nobody looking, just leave y'all in there for 90 seconds and let y'all just, you know, handle your business.
So you remember Cross, Squeezel, Shotgun,
right,
Tiny Man,
all them.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
You remember Jimmy Butler?
Remember Jimmy Butler?
Pyro Jimmy Butler.
Pyro Jimmy Butler.
That's my partner right there.
Yeah, that's my partner too.
Right, and Mad Nut.
All them cats.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen Lil Crossing in ages, man.
I haven't either, man. It's people I haven't seen. Like the last time I seen a lot of them cats was behind the wall.
Yeah. You're wondering where they at, and they've been there all
right. They've
time.
been there all the time.
Just, you know, hundreds of years almost.
Yeah.
So, if you had to summarize it, what you see today is the biggest problem facing the brothers? Because I know today, you're a businessman, or you work and you do multiple days. You do the hood tours. So you actually bring people from out of other countries to bring
other countries, people that they know about the rap culture. They just seen all our movies, Straight Outta Compton, Boys in the Hood, and they want to come see the hood.
So you take them to the Nipsey mural and all that?
I bring them down Crenshaw. I show them the spots where they made their favorite movies, like Boys in the Hood, Training Day. You know, I take them to Nipsey store. I take them back past the Watchtower, different little spots like that, and just let them see the hood. I bring them to Compton, which is my city, and I just show them,
So doing your travels, you get to see a lot of people that you ain't seen sometimes.
For real though.
In years.
Yeah, from both sides, because I'm going through everybody's hood, Crips and Bloods and stuff, and I'm just letting them know this is how we do it today.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because I got big relationships with a lot of Bloods.
Yeah, I go down Power Street, I go through the Nickerson Gardens, and I'm talking to everybody from both sides.
Right.
And the main thing that's missing today is the unity in the community.
Right. Unity in community.
Yeah, I mean, when we was young and we was out here and we was banging and shit, I'll be the first one to tell you, you know what, we was taught wrong. I'm over here fighting another black man and stuff for the color of a bandana and stuff, And now that we in these ages, I mean, I want better for my kids, my grandkids. I don't want them out here caught up. If anybody can learn from my mistakes and stuff, like I said, I did 25 years behind the wall. Twice I've been to prison for crimes I didn't even commit. Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time with my reputation. And the police asked me, they might know I didn't do it, but they might know I know who did. And they asked me to snitch. And that was one of the codes that we live by. We
right.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
Snitches get stitches and laying ditches. That's the way I was taught. That's just how we get at.
I created a acronym today, you know what I mean? I was speaking with Kev Mac, some other homies. I said CK stands for Colored Man Killer. BK stands for Black Man Killer.
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's what it all revolves around. It's just another black man killing another black man. It's not, blood or crip killer. It's just, end of the day, black man killer.
My brother came out with a design for a shirt, and it says, "Kings killing kings, the real KKK." And that's basically
that shirt now.
Yeah, we got it in there, and that's
I'd like to catch it.
Yeah, and that's what when you wake up, like I said, when I first started gang banging, I was young and I was done, And I've been around a lot of different OGs from all over the state, really all over the country, being in jail, and they couldn't understand, the Southern California, the LA mentality, But like I told them, this is what we was talking. It's like, man, we don't get down like that in Chicago, or we don't get down like that in New York, or whatever. Convicts stick with convicts, and this and that. You know, even when I first went to the pen, the BGF was running the pen, the Black Gorilla family, and they didn't like us. And they would tell us, oh, you them young blacks out there on the streets killing other blacks, you know. But I was with the mentality, man, this is Compton Crips, man. I ain't trying to hear what y'all say. Y'all don't know nothing about what me and these down moves got going on.
Right.
You know, and a lot of down moves and stuff, I give them their props because it was hard to be a blood in the early days and stuff.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the ones that stood through it,
and the ones that stood there, it was soldiers. They was real soldiers. And I give them their props and stuff, you know. And a lot of them, when they went to the pen before the UBN, before Bloodline, they was going to the pen and they was hooking up with the BGF, you know. And then after their numbers got strong, and then they started their own car and was doing their own thing. And the BGF used to let us know, hey man, they're untouchables now. They with us, you know. And I was like mad dog, and I'm like, yeah man, I know these cats. You know what I'm saying? And then they put me in the cell with the BGF shot callers. And I started reading up on black literature and black history and stuff. And then I started coming to the true light. Like, what am I really doing out here killing another black man? You know? And that's what the youth of today need to wake up. They need to learn their history and stuff. All of this black on black crime, that ain't the business, man. How we gonna get another race to respect us when we can't even respect each other? It starts with us first. You know, so now we doing the thing, you know, I'm hooking up with my boy Bubs from N-Hood, you know, we trying to Bodacious Bubs, that's my boy, man, from way back. When we first started banging, his brother Greg was one of my road dogs, man. Me, him, and Brat Dog, we was like the treacherous three back in the day. Yeah. I knew if I got down, I knew they had my back in any situation.
So that's a perfect segue. I'm sure all three of those guys are in your book.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Talk to us about your book.
My book is mainly like autobiography, coming from Watts in the 60s and all that I seen, like the Watts riots back in the days, you know, all the way to moving to Compton and stuff. See, a lot of people really don't know my history. Didn't know that I was a straight A student from the 1st grade to the 9th grade, and all I really knew for the first 15 years of my life was church and school. Because that's the way my parents, they raised me. It was strict. Then when I get to high school, I wanted to be hip, slick, and cool, and thought I'd join up with a gang, because these was the guys that was, you know, having all the fun, and I got up in there, and then I got caught up in the gang. And before you know it, I started packing pistols, catching cases. And once I started going to jail, it became like a revolving door. And for the next 35 years of my life, it was in and out of prison. You know? And so I would try to, you know, if my book can keep anybody, like I tell my own son, to learn from my mistakes so that you don't have to make the same mistake.
So how close are you to finishing the book?
I'm really finished with the book. All I have to do is send it to the publisher, and then it'll be out on the market within the next few months.
So
and,
what name would they look for?
Big Homie. That's the name of the book.
That's gonna be the name of the book.
Yeah, that's what they call me now. Big Homie.
Big Homie.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you Big Homie.
Yeah. OG Volcano, aka Big Homie. That's the name of the book.
And they'll be able to find it on Amazon?
Yeah, it'll be on a lot of different platforms, and Amazon will definitely be one of them.
So where we're standing now is also kind of historic. I mean, when you think about Made in Compton story, talk to us about that. How did you guys come up with that?
Well, you know, first of all, the spot that we in, this spot is legendary. This spot back in the days when Spooktown first started, this was the record store, and then this other part back here, this was the arcade and the pool hall. And so this is where we used to hang out. Yeah, this is where we hung out. You know, get our little beer. Back then, old English was much stronger than what it is now. You know.
That was Sally B's.
That was Sally B's liquor store. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so now my brother, he's started this Made in Compton store, you know, mainly Compton gear. It's black owned, black operated. You don't have to go to the swap meet and get it from the Koreans and nothing. You know, we have to learn to keep the black dollar within the black community. That's what's going on.
And your brother is who?
My brother is Ron Bone, a.k.a. Spooktown Compton Crip, a.k.a. Mako Capone.
Mako Capone.
Yes, sir.
And I couldn't think of a better name. Made in Compton.
Yes,
Made
sir.
in Compton, man. Yeah. That's brilliant, man. You know, you think about it. And I'm looking at, I've seen some of the shirts and I see, like, can you capture that right there behind him? He's got a lot of stuff back there.
Yeah. But we got our own design hats. We got our own design shirts.
Yeah, I've been up in here with Mel.
Yeah, they got the hoodies, the sweatshirts. It's kind of almost like on the same platform as what Nipsey Hussle had with the Marathon store. You know, it's just a different label, made in Compton.
Right.
We got all Compton here.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know how much more he got for you, but you good.
All right.
Yeah, I enjoy this.
Some of my little homies, man, they got at me about tie-dye saying that we was part of. I've been getting calls from the pen on that. They said they ready to fight on the yard. Dudes was telling them they're a bunch of switcheroos and this and that. And I was like, man, you know, I got to get on here and clean that up.
Well,
I even called Tie-Dye on the phone. Tie-Dye, what is you doing, man? No, big ball. Because Tie-Dye my partner, man. Me and Tie-Dye, we close. We started banging together. You know, Park Village was over here all the time. Me, him, Big Rebo, Day, King Rat. Man, that was my crew.
That's Big Rebo to me has always been animated.
Yeah. He was here. He was here a week ago. You know, he battling cancer, man.
Right.
We got to keep him in our prayers, man. That's my true Crip brother, man.
Yeah, I got his number, so we tend to revisit Big Rebo because he had so much to say, man.
Right.
He's so animated, and Big Rebo video probably got like 500,000 hits.
Yeah,
Right. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real one, man. Straight OG. Yeah.
So I mean, you got any more questions?
Nah, I was telling him if we don't do nothing else, he did good.
Okay, I appreciate
Real
it,
good,
man.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for letting us come in and spend some time. Ron, man, thanks for letting us stand in front. We made sure we got the Compton, made it Compton store.
Yeah.
Everybody come by and spend some dollars, man. Spend black dollars, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's
man's
what I'm
right over here.
Yeah, it's
He's
black
on
dollars.
Willowbrook and Alondra. And what's the address?
906 South Willowbrook, right next to
906.
Sally B's liquor store.
That's
You can't
it.
miss it.
It's still named Sally B's?
No, they got another name, but it'll
Okay.
always be Sally B's. to
Okay,
me.
right. I appreciate it, Big Ball.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it too, man.
Compton love, baby.
All the time. All the time, Kev Mac.
Picture with him, man.
Oh, yeah. On my camera.
Mel got a library of pictures. Turn this off.